Okay, here we are with the planting of the fall containers. The summer ones are done. This one looked really bad, so we just totally redid it. But this was a caladium in here. Caladiums come from bulbs. See the bulbs? This is a whole lot of bulbs. We'll just put that in a 6 or 8 inch pot and let it hang dormant till next spring. Or let it come out maybe in late winter in the house. Whenever your soil level is this high, you could just reuse your soil. This is perfectly good soil even though it's been 3 or 4 years in this container. Now if you have a plant full of insects, you don't want to reuse the soil because the eggs will be down in your soil. Or if something died in here, rotted off and got real gross, then you want to clean out the soil and sanitize your container. But this is perfectly good soil. If it was any lower than this, you would want to add some fresh soil and mix it up. So, we're going to add something called Echinacea Green Envy. It's really pretty. It'll mature to more of a regular purple. Let's go and dig a hole. You still want the soil level to be just slightly above, the old soil level to be slightly above the soil in the container. This was a dichondra that was left over from the summer planting, so we're just going to leave that in there because it's kind of cool and looks good. But this is your thriller. Let's turn a little bit. This is your thriller plant. This is your filler. And then you want some spillers to spill over the edge. This is going to be your spiller as well as the petunias and calibrachoas. But the soil's so good and soft, excellent drainage here, we can just dig it in with our hand. This is a Perovskia little spire. It's a dwarf one. It's a little more dwarf than normal because it's been cut back a couple times in the summertime. Normally they get taller than that, but since it's been trimmed back, it's nice and compact. I'm putting this spiller out to the back and side a little bit just because it's right by the front door, and we'll see that when we come out the door. And then here's another spiller, Supertunia Bordeaux. This is an excellent petunia for summer and fall. These petunias and calibrachoas will not freeze with your first frost as long as it's a mild frost. They will take it down to about 28 degrees. And when they're under a porch like this, on the edge of a porch, they'll often take it just a little bit cooler because of the protection of the porch. And a couple years ago, the first time I planted these, we had calibrachoas. This is a calibrachoa here, Superbelle Saffron, I'm sorry. Very nice yellow fall color. But we had calibrachoas blooming in December because it was a mild December. And then there's another calibrachoa, yellow chiffon, just a little bit lighter yellow. And being Labor Day today, just September 5th. 6th. Oh, it's the 6th, I was just corrected. The plants still have a lot of time to grow, so we use Osmocote for convenient feeding. This is just a outdoor-indoor variety, but it's a well-balanced food. And we just sprinkle some around each plant. Every time you water, every time it gets rained on, it absorbs a little bit of water and pushes out a little bit of food and does all the work for you. So it's a combination of perennials and annuals in this container. If it doesn't get super cold, what I'm going to do is take this container and put it back against the house and see If it's mild, you know, not doesn't really go below 0 or too much below, you know, in the single digits, the perennial should be okay. But if the perennial roots do freeze solid, they probably will die. So if you want to protect your investment later in November, carefully dig out your perennials and plant them into the yard, and they will have a lot better chance of survival rate. Just put a little bit of mulch around them after they're planted. So there you go, a couple minutes and you got a really nice container for the fall months. Thank you.